Okay, so there seems to be a need for you to make a romantic gesture in the situation that you are in the moment, at the moment in. You've been going through a little bit of depression, it seems, and you're trying to get back on track after going through some kind of event, really. And you are planning your future. You now have a strategy. So you need to have a strategy. So you need to plan your future. Maybe you already have one in place at the moment. So you are, thinking about the future very, very carefully, and you are coming up with a plan. So in the past, you have been learning a lot of self-love. So after your relationship, maybe maybe you had a breakup of relationship, and you had to learn how to love yourself again, and you also had to learn how to take control back. Oh, there's a third card over here. So maybe it was a relationship that you were involved in that was a little bit of an obsessive relationship that you were involved in, and now you're learning to take that control back. So you've been learning a lot of self-love. You've been learning to take that control back. Now, going into the future, you've got the new beginning card, and it might be with an old flame. So, there might be somebody that you have been involved with in the distant past, and they might be re-emerging, and you might be starting afresh with this person. You've got these trees over here, so it's, something that's going to be quite stable between you and this person. But it looks like it's somebody that's returning from the past. So those are the energies for those 2 weeks. So you've got the Knight of Pentacles over here. So, you might be focusing a lot on your work. There might be somebody that you have met on the work front who is maybe an earth sign person. So you could have Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo person that you're dealing with. This person seems to be, a very generous person. They seem to be very strategic, but very slow moving. So maybe you're interested in this particular person, but they're not making moves fast enough for your liking. They seem to be, very obsessed with their work or getting on with, they're very organized. But you've got your attention on this particular person, and you feel like they're very generous, but maybe a bit on the slow side. So it seems like you have an interest in this particular person that you've met at work. Now, in the past, it seems like you were involved in a very, very manipulative relationship. You're feeling also very, very negative about getting involved in another relationship. This is the Devil card, usually about feeling very, very negative. It seems like you are very focused on your work as well, because this card is also ruled by Saturn. So it looks like, you might be focusing a lot on your work. But if you were involved in a relationship, it seems like it was a very manipulative relationship as well, very toxic, very codependent. Somebody was very controlling. They controlled, everything that you did, or they tried to control it anyway. They try to put chains on you, so controlling even your movements over there. Even though you tried as hard as possible with the Strength card crossing it to get out of the situation, you were feeling very stuck or very tied up within this particular relationship. It seems, as much efforts as you've been making to break free from it, it's been very, very difficult to actually leave this particular relationship. There might be some codependency going on there as well with that Devil card. But it is a very toxic relationship. And, your efforts about, leaving it seem to be a bit in vain at this particular moment. Maybe this person has got, control over you, and maybe you feel like they are very, very strong and you can't really break free from them. So in the past, you've got the Six of Cups over here. So you've run into some people in the previous year, in the last year or so. Old friends, maybe you've been getting together with old friends, socializing with old friends, meeting up with, maybe past loves as well. But there's certainly some kind of past that has emerged, and you have been, interacting with people from the past. This could also be romanticizing past relationships that you've had, thinking a lot about, old flames or people from the past with the Six of Cups. Now, you've got that Ace of Swords over here. So you're trying to cut ties with, the past relationship or with this relationship. You are trying to break or sever the relationship that you are in and start something brand new. You are standing up for yourself right now and you want victory. Maybe you're even pursuing it from a legal point of view with this Ace of Swords over here. So you're trying to, break off this relationship, or that's what you hope to do. So you've got that Four of Swords over here, and this is, having the Four of Swords is about going through a heartbreak and then trying to heal from it, coming up with a new plan or strategy. It looks like, you want to get out there and socialize a lot more with people. This is on your mind. Maybe, get into some kind of relationship, or go out a little bit more, have a more relaxing time, get rid of all that stress. And this is what's been on your mind. Now, it looks like there's a new offer coming in for you here, a new social offer. You might not be really that interested in it because it is the Four of Cups, being a little bit discontent with where you are at and trying to pursue something new. You're not showing all your cards. It seems like, you're still wearing your mask. So whoever this person is that is making that offer, you're not being totally upfront with them because you're holding back a little bit. So you're not really too keen to pursue that offer, but there is that offer coming in for you. And it looks like it's something new. Maybe this is somebody that you're going to be working with, or you've met on the work front with this Ace of Pentacles. And maybe you want to make a brand new start as well with somebody who's more financially stable. So it looks like there's something brand new coming in over there as far as a relationship goes. Maybe, with this new offer coming in, you do pursue it, or you're trying to pursue it and go for that brand new relationship. It seems to be a much more stable relationship. And maybe it is got to do with this person over here approaching you. This Knight of Pentacles is making that offer for that new relationship. And maybe you are starting that new relationship with this particular person. At the moment, you are feeling very, very isolated. You've got that Seven of Swords over here. You do feel as though people have deceived you around you. But you've also been, you can see this woman sitting alone at the table over here. So maybe you lost a little bit of, your old friends or people that you used to associate with. You have isolated yourself from them as well. And maybe this is because maybe it was tied up with the old relationship, and maybe there was some deception that went on in the old relationship, and you're not really associating with these people anymore. So you have, severed ties with them. You've cut off communication with them, and you're not really socializing with them anymore. So what you want to actually get out there. So you are feeling very, very lonely. You are hoping for some kind of communication to come in, or some kind of social invitation to come in, so that you can get out there and have a little bit more fun. It seems that's what your hopes right now. You might be feeling very, very lonely because this woman's sitting all by herself over here. You can see even that ice sculpture is quite alone in the middle of the table over here. Maybe a lot of people betrayed you. You've got a lot of swords pointing at this. So, you've been almost victimized within the situation. So you've isolated yourself from everybody else. So going into the future, you've got the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Rods, and you've got that Empress card over here. So with the Two of Pentacles, it seems like there is that offer coming in for you, but, you're afraid to actually give up control of the situation. You see this little girl wants to focus on the goat moving forward, and maybe you feel as though this new relationship is going to come in and prevent you from achieving your career goals. So it might be something that you're not very keen on. So you're trying to make a decision over here with this Two of Coins. It's about trying to make a decision. You see this girl's not really that interested in this boy's advancements. She's focused on the goat. So it seems like you're focusing on your career and you're not really paying much attention to this new relationship that comes in. You want to put all your effort into your career. It looks like you are leaving back that old relationship and you want to move forward into something new. So you want to actually, leave behind the person from the past and move forward. This relationship, there's a lot of sexual attraction in it, in this new relationship. And it seems like, this person seems to be very supportive of you as well. So you're very, very interested in actually pursuing that. There seems to be some time factor at play here as well. So, it seems like it's almost like there's a deadline on that relationship. So you're trying to actually pursue that particular new relationship, and it is a very sexual relationship. It seems like that's what you're interested in. Now, you're coming across as being the Empress. You will get everything that you want. The Empress is a card about, achieving things. It's a card of victory. It's a card of that people see you as being a very independent person and being financially stable as well. And there's a lot of admiration and somebody who takes control of things as well. So that is how you're coming across to the world as that Empress. And the Empress is the card about abundance. So it looks like whatever you want out of that relationship, you will get, and you will be in a better place after pursuing, maybe leaving the old relationship will make you, feel better, and it'll definitely lift your spirits and, get rid of any kind of depression that you're going through. So maybe this is the reason why, maybe leaving the old relationship, which is so limiting for you, where you're, in chains here, but then you emerge as the Empress. So coming out of that situation where you're pretty much tied up in this old, very much tied up, controlled, by making a decision about leaving this relationship is going to bring you back your independence that you have been searching for. Because even in this strength card, you can see this lion and this woman are tied up. So you're still tied to the problems there in that old relationship. But once you decide to make a move, it looks like you are free of all that kind of problems and you have your independence back again. So it looks like you're going to make a decision to pursue this new relationship, start a brand new relationship with this particular person, which starts off as being a rather, you're very sexually attracted to this person. It might not be a committed long-term relationship, but it certainly makes you feel better. That person really makes you feel better. So it looks like that's where you're going to focus your energies, and it seems like you want to focus your energies more on your career. So nothing to tie you down, but to achieve your independence. So let me draw some cards from the Archangel Power Tarot. So you got the Knight of Michael over here. Time to move quickly, choose logic over emotions, sudden changes. So things are starting to move very, very quickly. It looks like communication with this person is going to come in quite quickly. So things are on the move for you. There could be some legal news coming in. Maybe you've ended that old relationship. Maybe you've gotten divorced from that relationship and news comes in about that as well, because this is the Knight of Michael. Then you've got the Page of Gabriel, which says, follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. So you might be doing some traveling, maybe even traveling in this new relationship. This could also be a communication from this particular person, and there might be a lot of sexual attraction to this particular person that you're with. So it's definitely things are moving with Page of Gabriel. It's things moving quite quickly, and it's also about a lot of energy coming into your life again. You've got the King of Ariel over here. Says their plans are working out well, professional and financial success, use resources wisely. So, this is the King of Pentacles. So it looks like, you might be pursuing this relationship with this particular person. Although it's coming out here as the Knight of Pentacles, they might end up being the King of Pentacles or the King of Ariel. And they're very financially stable. They might be older than you. And it seems like, it's something that you have been going for. You want something stable. You want something that's financially lucrative. Also, there's a lot of success coming in for you. So there might be some travel, and maybe you're even going to get a promotion as well with this King of Ariel over here. But this is the love reading. This person that you're dealing with might be an earth sign person, and they might offer you a lot of stability, and they might be financially well off. And this seems to be messages coming in from this particular person or invitations, and you might start a new relationship. You might accept this offer and start the new relationship, and it looks like you're going to be pretty happy starting a new relationship with this person. You've got that Ace of Pentacles going on for you. So, you're ending with the King of Pentacles over here. So it looks like you're going to be starting this brand new relationship with this person, and you might be working with them, and it might end up being something long-term and something very committed. It suddenly gives you back your independence and makes you feel really good about yourself. So it looks like that's where you are going or heading at this particular moment, leaving behind an old toxic situation and moving on to something new. So I hope that this reading has resonated. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments if it has. And thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.